there is so much attention focus, and I'm talking from my own experience, and it almost led to my absolute playing downfall. Attention on what the lips are doing. There is a whole system of acoustics, there's body, energy, there's sound. We've got instinct. Our natural instinct is to get a result, to force the result. We don't care what we have to do to get the result as long as we get it. So generally people's results are limited because we take the all pressure, all activation, get the job done with no thought of the mechanics involved. And we put such an emphasis on the chops that we're actually losing the focus of what's involved in doing the entire playing process. I'm doing a lot of breaking down of what triggers what in the brain, just for my own curious reasons, what the lobes do, where the messages come from, what does what. You don't need to do that. I do that because it helps my teaching and get people to understand what we're working on. So the point of this video is to get you to think beyond the lips. When I'm playing, it doesn't matter what style, what range. The lips now, because of the way that I've understood the role of the mouth, and it's different to what we're being taught, has made playing a whole lot easier. Okay, so we can use the muscles in a very inefficient negative way, and we can use the muscles in a very effective way. But that's only one part. I've got the 10-step tune-up, and it's free. If you haven't checked it out at mysterytomastery.com, 7 days of free lessons. Come and check it out. And how does the body create energy? Most of the brass teaching is activate everything. Yet we've got big muscles that work. The ribs are often referred to as bellows, the breathing system. There's a lot of energy there, and I get women attacked for saying brass playing's no harder than humming. But people don't understand the power of passive and active humming. And so you might have heard me say this over and over and over and over and over again, but have you actually considered it or dismissed it? One of the major things that makes my playing different is, if you were to do this for me right now, take the breath, air in, I'm not doing anything dramatic. It's the freedom of air through the chops. It's not, I used to do that for many years to the point where I was going to stop. And on that point, Arnold Jacobs and Claude Gordon, two of my major awakening teachers, some of which I adhere to, some of which I understand where they were coming from, but I dismiss in my teaching. I don't use it. But I'm heading to the States in May for International Trumpet Guild 50, explaining all of this and the neurology of learning and dystonia and performance anxiety and all those sorts of things. But if you're not getting the result that you want from your playing, it's not your lips. It could be, but it's not necessarily. There's so many different elements about it. The 10-step tune-up at Mystery to Mastery is one, the forming of the embouchure is one step out of 10. So it's like, what else is going on? Where do people go wrong? What are the things that are stopping you from getting the result that you want? Now, the power of humming is, if I hum passively, there's a bit, I haven't done any dramatic breath, relax the body. Now, I did not engage the abdominals there at all, right? There's a lot of sound there. I want the lips to interact with the air as if they're the vocal cords. So notice I mention the lips there because we're focused on the lips so much, but we tend to focus far less. And I know some singers will, if they get mechanical, think about what the voice box is doing and things like that. But ultimately, we talk all the time. There's more thought about relaxation, body resonance, the mask, all these singing techniques. And so less focus on the fact when we're talking, we don't have to focus on the voice. What the vocal cords doing? Well, they're just working. All right. But if I hear people talking like this, you go, why is that happening? And you look around the vocal cords to find out what's going on. People with well, speech impediments or stutters, things like that. That's all part of it, but different. Very interesting stuff. But we understand the entire system to work on these things, right? But if I could get you to consider that when we take a breath in, and I call it the body's concert hall, use your finger, gets the back of the tongue out of the way, expansion of the body, then we can just let go. Relax without falling off your chair. Let the air come out again. There are two ways to play, the hard way and the easy way. I've got a Stevie Wonder gig coming up on the weekend. The way that most people would play this is it's that. I used to do it for years. Now, it's 1/4 the amount of work, and someone described it recently as there's something extra in the sound. Something extra. There is an element in the sound that you don't regularly hear because we're using the muscles, we're using them too much, we're tightening up. Versus, and I always refer to Pavarotti, and I show a picture of Pavarotti going, there's no way that what happens under his vocal cords doesn't play a role in the amazing sound that he made. And you put him next to Carreras and I've just had a mental blank. Who was the other guy in the three tenors? It'll come to me. Jose Carreras. And you're sitting there going, come on, Greg, figure it out. I literally said it about 10 minutes ago. Anyway, what's the difference in their voices? They're all great singers. Okay, what's the difference? It's the something extra. It's the let go of. And whilst that might make sense to you on a particular way, how are you going to leverage this? Are you actually going to do something about it? People don't want to take the plunge. Take the plunge to get 7 days of free lessons to learn this. I don't understand because it works. I had to develop it myself because I was going to be quitting from playing. I was so frustrated and so hard, I couldn't do it anymore. I have to figure out what's going on. Why can these players get the result when I can't? What's going on? And what I've learnt blew my freaking mind, and I still talk about it 25 years later because it blows my mind, not my chops, and it really works. Yet people won't take the plunge because it sounds like snake oil, or it can't work, or I'm kind of happy with my playing, or I've got problems going, I'm going to keep practicing what I've been doing. I'm just going to get better at what I've been doing. And the old Einstein thing of don't use the same thinking that caused the problem to try and fix the problem. So only a small amount of people watching this video would actually go to Mystery to Mastery and actually see the little picture of the trumpet yelling at you, blow me. And it's like, if you blow, you fail because you're overexerting. You're going to create limitations, right? Versus understanding not just what the mouth is doing, but the whole system. There are 3 pillars to this. There's the knowledge and the general appreciation of what's required in the brass world. I see it every day of my life, is exert. Brass playing's hard work. We're using strong muscles in the wrong way. We've got to use them in the right way. There's the knowledge. Then there's the integration of the knowledge. And even when people understand where I'm coming from, it's the integration where they go wrong. So I spend hours going, no, take a step back. We've got to dig deep. We've got a brain here. It's already programmed to do something. A little bit of knowledge or reading a book or something doesn't change the brain. We need to actually change the stimuli of picking up the horn and playing it. And we do that by the feeling. So we've got to understand the feeling. And that's where I say, appreciate the power of the humming. Because I know if I get active with my hum, I'm not working any harder. It's no harder work. So yes, the lips are part of it, but I understand what's going on out here. I understand what's going on here. And it all comes down to energy out. Without the body, there is no energy. The body creates energy. Without the instrument, there's no sound. So we let the energy out and the sound back in, and I want it coming back into a concert hall, not a tiny shoebox. And I used to play like this. Look, teeth together, throat closed, migraines, praying to hope I get through the gig. Awful. Versus, let's make it easy. So there is no limit to the lengths that you should go to explore efficiency, to appreciate the power in the body doing its thing correctly, not overactivating. The strength that's in the face we need to know about. The learning process, the repetitions, how to accelerate your learning with good information integrated correctly, then the brain learns from the experience. Knowledge, integration, and the experience. The experience is the feeling attached to the knowledge and the integration. We want the feeling to be as effortless as possible with the best sound possible. And I guarantee it, people keep calling me a snake oil husband. I don't actually mind, because we're Australians. we get attacked all the time. We get swooped by magpies. We get attacked by sharks and spiders. But I'm protected. Right, my little friend here. We don't mind being attacked, because the intention of Mystery to Mastery is to help people. Okay, I've had a great career playing. I thought about it the other day, and I saw a picture when I played with Burt Bacharach, and I played with Herbie Hancock, and I played in orchestras and played at Carnegie Hall and done this amazing career. But when you're in the job, you don't sort of think about it. Lead trumpet at Dancing with the Stars, live television, you don't think about it. But what I do think about is how to help people get to where they should be. And part of the big problem on that point is limited beliefs. People actually don't believe that they could be better than, like, get good. And you might not want to make it a career, but all of a sudden, if playing becomes easy, you play longer and you play all over the horn, you go, well, gee, maybe I could play with such and such. It's really fun, right? So we can't have limiting beliefs, because that's no good for us. We've got to understand the mechanics, what the body's capable of doing. It's not a strength issue, it's a coordination issue. Yes, you need conditioning in those muscles, which I need to develop for this Stevie Wonder gig coming up, but because I'm not playing full time, I'm running my academy here. But only a small percentage of people watching right now will actually click Mystery to Mastery and go, I am prepared to put my current thinking aside. This clown from Australia has spent 25 years exploring and pulling apart the mechanics, the physiology, physics, the neurology. Maybe I could get something from it. Or, because the brain doesn't want to think outside the way that it thinks, it's going to waste too much energy. It's too hard. It just wants to keep doing what it did yesterday and the day before and the day before. So there's this organic learning, but we're proactive learning based on our knowledge, correct integration, and then great experiences. So if we want to change, this is our subconscious brain. So consciously, I want to be better, I want to be really better. This is going not on your life. We're going to keep doing what we did yesterday. So there's this fight between the conscious and subconscious brain, where if you actually understand how to change this brain really fast, really easy, and get the correct messages sent throughout the whole system, it's unbelievable how fast you can actually open up your playing. But again, it perplexes me after all these years why people are so reluctant to think outside. That's just my speaker turning off. Reluctant to think outside the box. Think outside the box. It's always good to get another book, another bit of ink, or a little drill or something. All I do is do a bunch of drills to show the brain what we want, but it's a systemic thing. It's not just the face. It's not just the breath. It's a very refined process. When you're building a house, you've got to start with the foundation, and then hopefully you've got builders that work together, so you get a great product done in sequence, working together, so you get the job done fast, quality product. And that's what we do. If you do that, and then you compare it to the thought of playing something, and you go, you can't play like that, you would be right. Because if you think that you can, or you think that you can't, you'd be right. Henry Ford. You can. When you understand what's going on, you put it all together, take a bit of time, understand it. You will then, because thankfully the logic brain gets on board, says that makes sense. You go, well, I've often run out of chops, or I grunt. When I'm playing, I was just hard work. I get swollen chops, I get headaches. None of it's necessary. You might see the fingers and the lips. I don't. I feel a whole system of energy out, sound back in. Here's your sound. Playing is easier than what 99.9% of people make it. And I'm coming out this year, Mystery to Mastery, the second phase of my existence running this website and now the Windworks Trumpet Academy, is to get more and more people to pay attention. I'm coming to the States. I'm hoping to do something in Seattle at the moment, Vancouver, Toronto, Chicago, go visit Niagara Falls, and end up on stage at Eastman School of Music for the International Trumpet Guild 50th anniversary. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. I'm open for anyone to sort of go, oh, well, you could, here's a nice room in Seattle or wherever, come and do a masterclass there. We're planning at the moment, so I'm putting it out to see if there are any places that would be interested in having a 2 or 3 hour masterclass going through all this stuff. Let me know in the comments. I've never asked people to subscribe, but everyone else seems to be doing it. It's the algorithm. If you think this is of value to someone else, please share it. But our ultimate aim is you playing the best sounding note, the easiest note, getting better at your instrument, doing it now. Why not do it now? So we've got the 10-step tune-up, which you can actually work through in about an hour. It will raise some eyebrows, but when you do it, it works. Then instead of $200 an hour for a lesson, by all means reach out and have a lesson. That's fine. I'm giving you 7 days of free lessons and everything I've ever learned. It's all there for you. Now you're going to be amongst active subscribers around the world, so we've got to verify your identity with a credit card. And if that freaks the brain out, no. The fear of doing that, you're not going to be charged anything, there's no payment, but the fear of that is higher than your desire to get better at playing. It's crazy. But that's the world we live in. So we verify you, stay for the 7 days, cancel, take it and run, or get the knowledge. I'll help you with the integration. You'll have a great experience. Up to you. But you won't know until you try it, and that's all I'm getting people to do. I'm inviting them and giving them my lifetime of experience to try and help you get better at playing. Okay? So I hope to see you in the course. I've got a Sunday sessions coming up this week, and it's called Making a Fresh Start. I'd love to see you there. And there are 10 steps, and you can work through them. You don't even need to be in your practice room for most of it, because what are we doing? We're changing the psychology. We're changing our understanding and knowledge. You don't need to be in your room for that. You can do it sitting on a train. You can do it right now. So anyway, there's a link down in the description to come across to mysterytomastery.com. Sign up now. Come and join us. And I guarantee I'll make you a better trumpet player. Have a great day. Ciao. And we'll see you in Rochester, May 28th. 10 a.m. is my presentation. Would love to see you there. Have a great day.